right, let's look at how to turn this in. You are making the graph shareable with me. So you're going to hit share and you're going to put, my name and, whoops. Okay, so you should just be able to put P. Howell and you should be able to pick my name, but put the address there. Okay, and then also if Miss Jennifer's in your section, you should be able to pick J. Boyd and put her name in there too. And you can hit send, and then I have access to it and I can just pull it up and when I grade it, and you don't have to do anything else. But here's the other thing that you're going to do is you're going to answer some questions for me. And so you're going to go to this form, which is in the assignment stream. It's in your Google Stream. So you click on it and, make sure that you're going to answer your last name, first name. You have to write down all your lab partners, and then you're going to click which one you have so that I know which one you had. You're going to tell me which scale you used, which graduated cylinder you used. Then you're going to answer the question, what does the slope indicate? That means, what does it mean? What does that tell you? So if you watched the video that I showed earlier, all the way through, that is answered. Then what is your percent error? And show the calculation below. I know it's hard to type out the calculation, but type out as best you can the calculation. And then tell me what the percent error means. I explained that in one of my videos, whether it's positive or negative, is it over or under, and what are some reasons that you might have had a percent error? And then what does that R squared value indicate? I mentioned that earlier, and it was like a real quick snippet. So the answers are here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grade yours and your partners all together and make sure that you have all these things. And I'm going to fill out my own grading rubric. And so as you can see, this is going to be worth quite a bit of points. But I'm going to be looking at, making sure that, and this is for me to fill out, okay, so that I know what the grade is. But here's what I'm looking at. Make sure that your name's on everything. Your lab partners' names are listed in the report, that your grammar punctuation is correct, and you're not using abbreviations except for the units. Like you can use milliliters, grams, but you can't just put abbreviations in a lab report. And then up to 50 points. Now, some of these points can change depending on how many questions that are in the lab report or how many graphs you have. So, this might change a little bit, but the answers need to be correct and complete. Then when I look at your graph, I'm going to be looking at is your name on the digital document. You shared the file with me. I didn't have to beg you to share your file with me. Your data table is organized, labeled, correct significant figures. You showed your percent error and it's calculated correctly, putting the correct significant figures. Your graph is titled. You have an x-axis label in units. Your y-axis is labeled with units. Your graph is a scatter plot. Your graph is on its own sheet. It's not just a little picture, but it's on its own sheet. Your graph contains the equations, it contains the R squared value, and you actually graph the correct thing. Okay, so the correct variable is on the correct axis. So the point values may change because this is like a general grading rubric that I'm going to use, but it will kind of it'll stay pretty true. A real lab report like this is going to be worth in the neighborhood between 100 and 150 points. So it has, and we've worked on some of these labs for several lab days, so you've accumulated definitely that many points.